What if tomorrow, the very source of our existence, the star that has nurtured life for billions of years, simply ceased to be? This isn't just a thought experiment. It's a journey into the heart of our deepest fears. The sun, our steadfast celestial anchor, is a colossal nuclear furnace. It burns with unimaginable power, a power that gives us warmth, light, life itself. But what happens when that fire goes out? What would we do? What would we feel in the final moments of sunlight? The story of humanity's last day begins not with a bang, but with a silent, terrifying countdown. A countdown that has already begun millions of miles away. Imagine waking up on this final day completely unaware of the cosmic sentence that has just been passed. Morning light streams through your window. You feel its warmth on your skin, a gentle kiss from a star 93 million miles away. It is a promise of normalcy. There is a fundamental truth about our universe: nothing, not even light, travels instantaneously. The sun is so far away that its light takes approximately 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach our planet. This cosmic delay becomes the most terrifying countdown humanity will ever know. At the heart of the solar system, a cataclysm has occurred. A wave of unimaginable destruction is racing outward. But here on Earth, the sky remains a perfect, tranquil blue. For 8 precious minutes, we are living in the past. We are basking in the glow of a star that is no longer there, a phantom in our sky. In those final minutes of sunlight, what would you be doing? Stuck in traffic, listening to the radio, annoyed by the delay? Maybe you're in a classroom learning about history, unaware that history itself is about to end. Or you could be looking up at the sky, admiring the brilliant midday sun, feeling its familiar warmth. This is the universe's ultimate dramatic irony. Everyone on the sunlit side of the Earth is sharing in a final collective moment of peace, a fragile bubble of existence that is just seconds away from bursting. The last photons from our star are now completing their journey, about to deliver the news. Then it happens. It does not begin with a sound or a tremor or a warning siren. It begins with a subtle, unnerving shift. The world begins to dim. It's not like a cloud passing overhead. This is different. The light itself seems to be thinning, losing its vitality, as if a cosmic dimmer switch is being turned. People would stop what they are doing, looking up from their phones and conversations. A confused murmur would ripple through cities as the brilliant daylight fades, minute by minute, into a deep, unsettling twilight. The sky would not turn red, the sky would not turn orange, it would simply drain of color. Panic would ignite almost instantly. The change is too uniform, too global, too unnatural to be anything ordinary. Within 60 seconds, the midday sun, which should be a blazing orb, would vanish completely, not fade, but disappear. One moment it is there, a beacon of life. The next it is gone, leaving a void in its place. The stars, once hidden by the sun's glare, would pop into view with an alarming, breathtaking clarity. The Milky Way would stretch across the midday sky, a celestial ribbon strewn across a velvet black canvas. The immediate aftermath of the sun's disappearance would be a descent into absolute chaos. The sudden plunge into darkness would trigger a wave of primal fear across the half of the planet that was facing the sun. Imagine the scene in a bustling city like New York. Imagine the scene in a bustling city like Tokyo. Cars, suddenly blind, would crash into one another, their horns blaring in a cacophony of confusion and terror. Power grids, overwhelmed by a sudden, inexplicable surge in demand as every light is switched on, would begin to fail. One by one, cities would blink out of existence, leaving only the cold, alien light of the distant stars. This is not just a power outage, it is the extinguishing of our world's primary energy source. Without sunlight, photosynthesis stops instantly. The very process that fuels most life on Earth and produces the oxygen we breathe is shut down. While we have enough oxygen to last for a long time, the psychological impact would be immediate. The natural world would fall silent. Birds, confused by the sudden night, would cease their songs. The rhythms of life, honed over billions of years to the cycle of day and night, would be irrevocably broken in a single, terrifying moment. As the initial shock gives way to a dawning horror, communication systems would be the first true casualty. The internet, television, radio waves. As Earth succumbs to the deep freeze, the rest of the solar system would be feeling the explosive wrath of the sun's death. The supernova's shockwave, an expanding shell of superheated gas and radiation, would be tearing through the inner planets. Mercury, Venus. Our own planet, now a frozen ball of ice, would be next in line. The incoming wave of radiation would sterilize the surface, obliterating any slim hope of microbial survival in the frozen soil or ice. Months after the light vanishes, the physical shockwave finally arrives. An apocalyptic wall. This wall of stellar material traveling at a significant fraction of the speed of light slams into our frozen planet. The impact would be catastrophic, likely shattering the Earth's crust and mantle, potentially knocking the planet out of its orbit entirely. What was once a vibrant blue marble, then a silent ice ball, is transformed into a shattered, radioactive husk, sent tumbling into the interstellar void, the final, violent erasure of our home. The outer planets would fare slightly better due to their immense distance: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. The supernova's energy dissipates as it travels outward. These gas giants would likely be stripped of their atmospheres, their beautiful rings battered, their myriad moons pelted by debris, their orbits destabilized, sending them on chaotic new paths through the galaxy. The end of our sun and our world with it seems like an event of unimaginable significance. To us, it is everything. It is the end of history, of art, of love, of all our triumphs and failures. But in the grand scheme of the universe, it is a barely noticeable event. Stars are born, and stars die every single second across the cosmos. Supernovae, while violent and spectacular, are common. The destruction of our solar system would be just one more flicker of light in an endless ocean of cosmic fire. Our entire existence is a brief, fragile moment, supported by a single, ordinary star in a quiet corner of an unremarkable galaxy. This perspective is not meant to diminish our existence, but to frame it. The sheer improbability of our being here is staggering. For billions of years, the universe was a place of sterile rock and gas. Then, on this one small planet, in a precise orbit around a stable star, a miraculous chain of events occurred. Life emerged, evolved, and eventually produced a species capable of understanding the very cosmos that created it. We are, in a very real sense, the universe's way of looking back at itself. We are its consciousness, its curiosity,